Global Pulse is a special initiative of the Secretary General at the UN. We have been operating since 2010, and we run a network of data science and analytics labs around the world in New York, Uganda, and Indonesia. There we work with partners in private sector, academia, government, and the UN as well, the UN agencies, to solve problems out of big data. So how can we use all of this data that's out there and use it for the public good, not just for commercial purposes. At the same time, we do a lot of work in the field of data privacy and ethics to make sure that we're not creating new risks for vulnerable people in the process of using this data. Every day as we walk around carrying a mobile phone in our pockets, using these devices, moving through cities increasingly filled with sensors, we're producing vast amounts of data in real time. Today, the most relevant data for climate action is data that's produced by people, often without their knowledge, collected in real time by machines, owned in corporations, and yet still needed for public sector to support the public good. So it's a very fragmented landscape. We see a huge opportunity to get companies involved in something we call data philanthropy, which is finding ways to share anonymized data for the public good. And one of the things that we see as most relevant here is the ability to observe human behavior in near real time in an aggregated privacy protecting way. Because imagine, if you could see retail consumption information, you could see where people are in the shift from buying furniture made of rainforest mahogany to furniture made of bamboo. For years, we've been partnering with companies one-on-one to do projects. Data for Climate Action was our effort for the first time to take this to a new level and to set a precedent. So we got 9 companies representing 8 different industries to make data available, not to us, but to research teams around the world. And Microsoft and Tableau providing cloud computing and analytics that the researchers could use to do the projects. And the idea was that we were having prizes around data visualization, data in the SDGs, and climate in the SDGs, climate mitigation, climate adaptation. And the researchers got access to one or more sets of data and then developed solutions. And some of what has come out of this is absolutely extraordinary. What I think is so exciting about this is that we're starting to see systems that can actually make smart recommendations to government and to communities that let them actually decide what course of action to take. We had this event a couple of nights ago here at Data for Climate Action and sort of showed a lot of companies and a lot of researchers for the first time what we'd been doing with a small group of companies and about 97 different research teams. What I would say is that the willingness on the part of private sector to share this information, to find a way to share it in a business protecting, privacy protecting way is off the charts. And the fact that this is the context with the negotiations going on next door, this is incredibly urgent, and we can't do this without this data. So I would say the interest is huge. Governments want solutions, companies want to help, academics around the world want to build tools. This is going to go and get big very quickly.